Hello, whoever might be here. We got one thumbs up already, much appreciated. And I like quiet starts. Gives me a little bit of time where maybe I'll read some stuff. But give me a second. A few things to do. One thing to do. Just a moment. Because saying, in quiet times, I can um, read a little bit of stuff that I might not get a chance to. Let's see. Who do we got? Hey, Kat. Well, you got a lot done today. You worked all day, but then you came home and you mowed. You must be tired. Um, Michael says, so I guess, hey there, Yogi. Guess what? I did a triple yogi. You did do a triple yogi. Thank you, Michael. Hey, Princess. I'm coming in here real quick. Hope everyone has an amazing day. Hey, I appreciate the stopping. Hey, Lee. How are you? So, Kat, you got a new lawnmower? Kat says, oh my gosh, I had to buy a new push mower. Well, prices have gone up. Yeah, they have gone up. They're probably going to continue to go up. You want to start a GoFundMe for a new lawnmower? The lawnmower fund? Coffee Cake Love and Bish says, Mysteries Cat, Jack, hi. Coffee Cake, how are you? Nice to see you. Michael says, say there, Yogi. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Michael says, how's your day been? It's been good. I had a visit from our friend William Hart. Stopped by my house and we took a walk together. I tried to stock him up with bananas and water. He took the water, did not want the bananas. Said he has some in the car. Michael says, yeah, I think the push mower I bought last year was 285. Coffee Cake says, doing okay. How y'all? Not too bad, Coffee Cake. You got plans for the weekend? Coffee Cake says, wow, they are expensive. Michael says, hey there, coffee. So give me something to read. You guys got a favorite passage? You got a favorite poem? Preferably a short-ish one in English. And not too archaic. 359. Holy cow. For a push lawnmower. I wonder how much a goat costs. You think you could buy a goat? You think you could buy a goat for less than 359? As you told me, you need to buy three goats or two goats. I don't remember. We have Zyroscapes here, nothing to know. We have HMO, Homeowners Association. I don't like Homeowners Association. If it was up to me, well, if it was up to me, I probably would never mow. Um, I remember in my old house, all the neighbors would complain, and I kept saying it's a pollinating garden. And they said, no, it's not a pollinated garden. You just don't want to mow the lawn, which is actually true. But also, it's a pollinating garden. There was things pollinating, hence a pollinating garden. Tell me what a pollinating garden is. Um, Michael says, "Yet depends on the brand. Do you buy anything other than John Deere? You guys are in Tennessee. Are you allowed? Do they have other brands besides John Deere? Hey, Chicken Academy. Nice to see you again. Hey, Anna. Nice to see you again too." Anna says, "Hi, Yogi. Hi, everyone." Oh, nice, Kat. Kat says she did leave a patch of clover the deer have been visiting. Zephyr says, "Just bought a mower just this evening." How big of a lawn do you have at your new place, Sniper? Uncle is laughing says, "I have a John Deere riding mower and a hyper tough push mower." So here's a question, Michael and Kat. Why would you ever use, except for maybe small spots, a push mower over a riding mower? I like the exercise. When I was a kid, we used a push mower, but not a gas powered push mower, not an electric, but the old fashioned with the blades, the rolling blades. Zipper says roller on the rear to create stripes. Zipper says none, Eric. Michael said, or Sniper says, "Michael, you've been Mandela effect, John Deere." Michael says, "Well, I'd like to exercise and also just got the belt replaced from the riding mower. Got you. Riding mower needs maintenance." And oh, it's for your client's lawns. Got you. Got you. So, what's on the agenda for the weekend? Hey, takeaway boys, how are you? Takeaway boys are friends with Martine, and as they are friends with Martine, they're friends of us. So we're going to mod them up. If you guys want to reach out to the takeaway boys, and takeaway boys, if you want to reach out to anyone, you're now modded up. Takeaway boys says, "Oh, good. Thank you, and you doing pretty good, my friend." Hey, Skits. Skits says, "What's up, chat? Good workout, Skits." Hey, Michael, or hey, William. William says, "So, dear friend, hey, William, where where are you now? And do you need anything?" Takeaway boy says, "Appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome. I see you quite often with food from afar. And now that things are settling back again for Martine, I look forward to seeing more stuff and getting her monetized." Let's get this. Hope you all had a super amazing Friday. I did have a good Friday. Like I was saying, got a chance to take a walk with William. Michael Stafford says, "Sniper, sorry for the late reply, buddy. My screen froze for a second." Yeah, big work, Skits. You and Jason putting in big work together. Takeaway Boys says hi to Anna. Skits says, "Thank you, Yogi brother. You're welcome. Thank you for the inspiration. Not to mention, you guys feed off of each other really well." Anna subscribed to the Takeaway Boys. Nice, guys. Thank you, Anna. There's a possibility we could help the Takeaway Boys get to 900 subs by tonight. If anyone here is not subscribed to them, and if you want to help them get to 900, Buddha says God gives what's needed. Right now, I'm blessed. I remind myself of that often. And it says, "You're welcome to the Takeaway Boys." Sosar says, "So again, beloved, Sissy, how are you? What a wonderful premiere." Toy Pups is sub to the Takeaway Boys. Thank you, Toy Pups. Toy Pups, how are you? Lee says, "So fantastic premiere. Really enjoyed." Me too. Lee is sub to the Takeaway Boys. Thank you, Lee. Chris says, "Hello, Yogi." Hey, Chris. Toy Pups, Soul, Anna, William, Takeaways, Anna, Michael Burkeen, and Lee Lou. Hey, Chris, are you subscribed to the Takeaway Boys? We're on a mission. Hey, VJ. VJ, how are you? VJ said hi. He says, "Hey, nature," uh, to Chris, right? Toy Pup says, "Sorry, nature, I had to end my live. We absolutely love your Nature's Dog Realm. Some of the best live streaming on all of YouTube." Takeaway Boy says, "Appreciate it all. Thank you so much. You're welcome." Let's see where you are. Let me update your page. I appreciate you stopping in, and of course, we can't send you away happy. We can't send you away empty-handed. We've got to make sure that you're taking some subscribers with you. 5 away, guys. They're 5 away. Sissy says, "Thanks, everyone." Thank you, Sissy. Chris is going to check. Skit says, "Hey, Anna, I hope you smile on my friend. Happy Friday. What's your plans for the weekend, Skits?" Chris says, "That's okay, Toy Pups, and love you, and you, Yogi, and everyone." Thank you, Chris. Michael says, "Yogi, I had a great live stream earlier after my music premiere. It's already at 73. Wow. 21 likes, and started off just reading chat from my friend Ryan came on. You're definitely on the upswing, Michael. How many subs are you away from 700 now?" Skits says, "Sub, let's go." Thank you, Skits. Three away. We're only 3 away, guys. Hey, you know what? I can do something about that. I am subbed. However, I got a secret. Give me 1 second, guys. If I'm not mistaken, only 2 away. Only 2 away from 900, guys. I'd like to get a little over 9 to get that cushion. Michael says, 47 subs away from 700, right? So, according to Toy Pups, and as I mentioned to her today, Toy Pups is never wrong. Put out more shorts to get more subscribers. You can get subscribers from doing live streaming, but the shortest and the quickest way, put out more shorts. Chris says, "I'm now sub Yogi." Thank you, Chris. I love how everyone comes through to people, comes through for people. Michael says, more than halfway there. How's the watch hours, Michael? Sissy says, this community is so kind and generous. I cannot emphasize enough the gratitude I have for all of you. Hey, it's reflected right back to you. For sure, Sissy. Takeaway Boy says, thanks for anyone that subbed. It's much appreciated. You're welcome. As I said, for one, I always enjoy you when you're with Martine. You're friends with Martine, who's a wonderful person. She's been a huge friend and supporter for me. Also, I go by that Vedic principle: give a gift to everyone you come in contact with. It could be an actual physical gift, it could be something more subtle, it could be a compliment, or it can be a blessing. Um, Here on the live stream, why not give the gift of getting someone to a nice 900? Sounds like a really good number, and it puts you in that final push for 1K. So you're definitely welcome. William says, did he publish our Flex Friday? Not yet. I got a little gun shy. I didn't know if you said you wanted to edit it a bit or not. Michael says, let me check. Gonna check on his watch hours. Hey, Kat, where are your watch hours? Actually, anyone here? Where are you as far as watch hours? Takeaway Boy says, really do appreciate it, people. Been at this for 2 years and still going. So, hey, Takeaway Boys, how are your watch hours? I really want to see Martine monetize. I was doing her playlists all winter. Chris says, Takeaway Boys, you are there now. Let's give this a quick look. 900. Well done, guys. This is what I mean about giving a gift. Wow, 282 watch time hours today. It's amazing. 15 likes, says Anna. Thank you, guys. Kat says, all right, Kat, you're climbing. Let's get you to 3K by the end of summer. I think that's pretty easy. I think that's doable. Let's see. 282 watch time hours today is what I meant. Takeaway Boy says 900. Bless everyone. Easy enough thing for us to do. Kat says that's fantastic, Michael. It is. So 241 hours. I'm gonna put you in my notebook. By the way, Nicole, remember, we're working on getting Nicole where she needs to be. The grind with Nicole. She was like 160 hours away yesterday. I tell you what, it's really gratifying. Two things. It's really gratifying to get monetized, to know that you put a little part of yourself out there. And I told you all the story. I'll tell it. William says he won't be home until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Hey, William, don't drive all the way through the night. Pull over, get some sleep. Sissy says, shared you on my community post, Michael. Thank you, Soul Stars. Michael says, thanks, Cat and Jack. And Sissy says, that part, Yogi, 100. I already don't remember what I said. I was going to tell you all a story, and I don't remember. Cat says, altogether, 1,585 watch time hours. So we're over halfway. Oh, putting yourself out there on your channel, building it. It's a pretty gratifying thing. And they have the appreciation. The story I was going to tell you about getting a check, I think and I told this to Toy Pups yesterday, getting a check for like $1.14 for my very first book. Royalty check. And friends and family members alike good naturedly mocked me. What are you going to do with that big check? You're going to retire. The point they missed was on a blank sheet of paper, words came to me from I don't know where. Inspiration, inspired, in spirit. And they were absent from my mind until they weren't. They arrived. They came down on a piece of paper. I wrote them down. I found a way to get them published. It was available in bookstores. Someone bought it. Maybe 2 people bought it. And I received a check. This is the most outstanding check I ever gotten because it was based solely on my inspiration, a gift that all I'd ever wanted to be my entire life was a writer. And there's confirmation. Thanks, Chris. That was actually 25 years ago. The last book I published was 2019. I don't know if I'll do another. It's actually a lot of work. And I don't enjoy editing. I don't enjoy all that process. I just enjoy writing. My blog is monetized. So when people click ads on my blog, I make money that way. I have a Medium account and I make money with that. Not much. We're talking pennies. I actually now I'm making more on YouTube and I share my writing on YouTube. So for me, YouTube's been the best of all the worlds combined. Michael says, I don't know if it's the storytelling or the music, but I'm grateful people enjoy what I do. And the fun part is I enjoy it. I think it's everything, Michael. And I think, as I mentioned to you all the time, it's your professionalism. No one is more professional than you. Takeaway Boy says, what are you doing this weekend? Anything good? About the same. I'll be out walking, see what I spot. Weekends are my least favorite mornings to walk because everyone's off and everyone puts on their running shoes. And it's so I don't mind runners. I was a runner forever and I still run, but they do group runs. So everybody is, sometimes there'll be a group of 20 people, which means you're not going to see any nature at all. They'll be far away. Thank you, my friend Joshua. This is the amazing, energetic Joshua. Thank you so much, my friend. Speaking of professionals, Joshua is certainly a professional. He is a YouTuber that I greatly admire and am inspired by. 1 second, guys. Joshua, how are you? Takeaway Boys says, what about you, Takeaway Boys? What are you going to be doing? Oh, you'll be doing some cooking this weekend and live with Martina on Sunday. All right, we'll be there to check you out. Sissy says, Joshua is so generous of you, a legend. Joshua certainly is a legend, isn't he, guys? Lady Sky, how are you? Lady Sky says, hi, Eric McCarty. Michael, I can excuse the typos. I'm not sure I can excuse the language. Dang typos. You know we don't put up with that kind of language here. At least he didn't say dang it or dagnammit. Although you have said dagnammit before, if I'm not mistaken. Joshua says, you're welcome, my friend. What's the plans for this weekend, Joshua? So, hey, Joshua, I need to apologize. I don't know your live streaming schedule any longer. I had the weekends down for a long time, but they've changed a bit, right? You want to let us know any channel information, any announcements? Michael says, I try to be, and I'm actually really enjoying doing the live streams. And I enjoy it when people that I know want to come back on. It's all paying off for you, Michael. Lisa Soul, I'll watch. Sissy says, oops, what did I miss? Sissy says, I have 657 valid watch hours and a long way to go. Hey, I wanted to mention, I don't remember if I did mention, this afternoon, have you thought about doing some live streams? You would be excellent doing live streams. I would certainly be there. And I'm going to add you for the list for watch hours. I like going and I love the energy forecast. I love your premieres, but I'll put you up. And that's easy enough to do because I love listening to you. BJ says, Anna, hi. Anna says, hi to Lee. So let's help each other. Hey, Jim Rat. Jim Rat says, Yoxer, what's up, my friend? Silly, how you doing? Let's see. Joshua says, I'm good, Yogi. Thanks for the compliment, guys. Glad you're doing well. Joshua says, I'll make upcoming live streams before they happen. What do you mean? Oh, you're making an upcoming live stream now. Michael says, yep, I've said worse unintentionally. Sometimes it slips out. You got some love from Toy Pups. Hey, Thumbelina. Take my supplement. Jim Rat says, hi. How's the training going, Jim Rat? Joshua says, puppy mommy, I'm good now. Thank you. Michael says, if I can do it, anyone can. Never thought that I'd do live streams, but I'm actually enjoying it. I was the same way, Michael. For me, it was going to be a one and done deal for some burpee friends. Supplement time. Joshua's going to eat dinner soon. Hey, did we get a pre-dinner spam? Sissy says, yes, I've considered lives. And the best times for me are also when all my favorite people are doing the same thing. Well, I would certainly love to watch your lives. That's for sure. Hey, Daniel. Daniel Edit says, "Hi, Eric. Nice to see you, Daniel." Takeaway Boy says, "I'm still here listening, having a little tipple." Joshua says, "This phone is smashed too hard. If I smash it harder, it will be another phone in the garbage. We don't want that." Toy Pup says, "You can do it, Soul Stars. We believe in you. We do." He says, "Soul, we can squeeze in. We can squeeze in. There's room for all of us." Jonathan, how are you? It has been a while. Jonathan says, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" I'm doing good. How about you? Toy Pup says, "Hi to Daniel." Joshua says, "Before I eat dinner, I will spam." Daniel says, "Good or bad?" Good. It's always good. Toy Pups is feeling good. Cat says, "That sucks, sissy, but you have to do you." I agree. Takeaway Boy says, "What time are you on here?" Man, I'm live 3 times a day, every day. Whether you guys like it or not. Um, and I'm live at 5 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, US, and 5:25. Um, as we say with Soma, 5:25. Daniel says Eric's beard looks great. Hey, thank you, Daniel. It grows out and I trim it. I seldom let it get any longer than this. Here it is. We get the spam. Don't eat too much cabbage because you will fart. Don't eat too much cabbage because you will fart. Don't eat too much cabbage because you will fart. And don't eat too much cabbage because you will fart. So, what is the perfect amount of cabbage? Melina says, "Cat and Jack." Jonathan says, "Doing good. About to have a little fun." What kind of fun you going to have, my friend? Cat says, "Sissy, there are more than enough views for everyone. Would love to see you doing lives." Agreed. 100%. I always tell people one of the things about going live 3 times a day is if you if you want to hang out, I'll be here. If you're busy, I'll be here later. If you're doing your own live stream, I'll be here later. I'm certainly not in competition with anyone. I am in cooperation with everyone. What is shift? What a big shift. That is straight out of the Tao Te Ching. The Tao really stresses. I'll see if I can find a perfect quote. The Tao really stresses cooperation. Very often, you hear people say things along the lines of, I only support people who support me, which limits you. Support everyone you come across as long as you resonate with them. As long as their channel is something that you enjoy, I don't care if people support me. I appreciate that you support me, but it's not a prerequisite. It's not required. It's a gift. It's a gift that you guys give me. So I'd like to give it back, not just to those who support me. I want to give it back across the board. John says, "I don't know if I should say." So it's that kind of fun. Hey, Daniel, be careful. Have you ever had a tetanus shot? They're good to have. Joshua says, "See you guys after the dinner." Thank you, Joshua. I forgot to ask Joshua what he's having for dinner. Hey, Corner Clubhouse. Thank you, Stitch. We get all kinds of love from Stitch. Much appreciated. We get all kinds of love from Toy Pups. Sissy says, how we may bend without breaking. Yes. Spoken like a true Taoist sage. Nothing would make me happier than seeing Sissy monetized. Nothing would make me happier than seeing Cat and Jack monetized. Takeaway Boy says, I'm going to say goodnight. It's 11 p.m. here in the UK, and I'm a little tired now. Thanks to everyone. I appreciate you all. You're welcome, my friend. I'm glad that we could make 900 here. I absolutely love helping people get to, and you're at 901, by the way. I love helping people get those numbers. Jim Rat says, number one. Hey, Jim Rat. How about you? How are your watch hours doing? I was on your channel earlier today, and you're getting some big, big numbers. I mentioned that to you. And man, holy cow. I remember when you just had a few subscribers, 7.87 subscribers. Toy Pups, did you hear that? Sissy says, yes, Cat and Jack. My thoughts are that we get there together or we don't get there at all. Toy Pups says, we are listening too. Thank you, Toy Pups. Hey, you're welcome, Takeaway Boys. 0 hours. 0 hours, but not your interest, William. I think with your know-how, if you wanted to be big on YouTube, you would be big. And I says, thank you, Takeaway Boys. Good night to you. Hey, Takeaway Boys, thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Nature Guy, this very moment, I was thinking about you. How are you, my friend? Flip Up says, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations, it is awesome. He deserves it. No one works hard to make people feel, no one works harder to make people feel that good than Silly Jim Rat. Ubuntu. I don't think I know that. That you guys says I have such good timing and it's doing okay. You do have good timing. I'm going to bring up Google. Going to bring up the Dao De Jing. So here's a quote directly from Lao Tzu, the Dao De Jing. Because she competes with no one can compete with her. When you do your own thing, when you focus on your mission, your purpose, your Dharma, you're beyond competition. No one's competing with you. And you're not competing with anyone. Another quote is the best athlete wants his opponent at his best. Jonathan, my friend, how are you? Good, how are you? It's nice to see you.
Same here.
This has been a long time coming.
Yeah. How you been?
Not bad. How about you?
I'm okay.
Good to hear it. Probably been about a month since I've heard from you.
What'd you say?
I said it's probably been about a month or so since I've heard from you.
Yeah. I've been chilling out a little bit.
That's good.
Trying to stay out of trouble.
Are you succeeding?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
What's that?
We still on live.
You know, I mentioned to you in emails,
Yes.
you never have to worry about sharing anything.
Well,
That
it's just some.
I got you back. Everyone in the live stream has you back.
Okay. It's just something I want.
Hi, Daisy.
Man, maybe another time I'll talk about it.
Okay. I think it's a big step just coming up and saying hi.
Yeah, I'm a little shy. I'm high saying hi.
And when you're ready, when you feel you want to share more, we're here for you.
Okay. I appreciate it. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Take care, my friend.
You too.
Hey, Jonathan. Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
All right. Take care. That's our friend Jonathan Carpenter. Daisy says, can't stay, but wanted to hit the like and say hi. I appreciate that, Daisy. Daisy says, hi, Yogi in chat. Simrat says, I'm good on hours. I don't care much for monetization. To be honest, I care more about the impact. Monetization will come at the right time. Like that attitude. Definitely like that attitude. Sissy, I love that expression, by the way. Give you another quote from the Tao Te Ching. I guess it was last summer, we did 81 chapters of the Tao Te Ching. I read a verse each day for 81 days. Got us through the summer. Here's another quote from Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching. Tao Te Ching literally translates to the way. Be simply yourself and don't compare or compete. What I've always loved about the Tao Te Ching is the simplicity of its message. And I thought if more leaders followed the outline of the Tao Te Ching, war would be impossible. Hey, Color My World. How are you, my friend? Nature Guy says, look at all these live. Love Toy Pups are showing. I love that. Toy Pups is awesome, Nature Guy. Cat says, beautiful smile. Hello, new friend. Are you guys subscribed to Jonathan? He is a good friend. We've exchanged some emails, I guess probably 4 or 5 months now. How you doing, Color My World? We are subscribed to you. I love the thumbnail, my friend. Skits is back. Appreciate you being back, Skits. Calamaro says, doing well, just breathing deep and relaxing. That sounds good. It's actually been a while since we've done breath work. No, we did breath work yesterday with Troy Puffs. I forgot about that. The beauty way. Absolutely. One of my favorite, it's not a translation, it is a interpretation of the Tao Te Ching. One of the last books that Wayne Dyer did. Wayne Dyer, in his later years, became very influenced by the Tao Te Ching, so much so that he gave away almost all of his immediate possessions. Didn't give away all his money, but he basically wanted to end up, he made sure his kids were taken care of. Both him and Deepak said the same thing. Um, and I know this will probably not resonate with a lot of parents who believe, I want to make my kids work hard and appreciate things. Wayne Dyer and Deepak are very rich. They said that how they raised their kids was, as of now at least, you'll be taken care of. You have enough money, you'll never have to worry about working again. Now find your purpose. Do what you want to do. If you want to work construction, work construction. But now you can do whatever it is that your heart calls you to do. And of course, that's a nice position to be in. Not every parent can do that. Not every parent agrees with that. Hey, Hunter. Hunter, how are you? Speaking of big channels, Weldon Carey. Every time I check with him, it's just grows and grows. 6.39. Well done, my friend. Stitch is back. Welcome back, Stitch. Hunter says, doing good, Eric. How are you? I'm doing good, my friend. I need to make it to one of your lives. It's been a little bit. Simpa says, adrenaline kicks in fast. Just made a citizen arrest. Well, what's going on, Sniper? Two guys breaking in my van. Wow. One's cold, the other was in an arm lock. Police on the scene now. It's crazy, Sniper. It's a serious squirrel. No way, bro. Certainly picked the wrong van, didn't they? Color World says, well. Sissy's impressed. Sniper has certainly proven that crime doesn't pay. Weld says, cool channel, color my world. Yeah, it is. I was just on there. Like I said, it's an awesome thumbnail. It says, sorry, but they completely deserved what they got, Yogi. I can't argue that. You can simply say, karma expressed fairly instantly. Temper says, nothing taken. I literally just got them going through the passenger door. I'm glad nothing was taken, Cypher. Cat says, I told you lawnmowers were expensive. So you think that's what they were after? It says, nice catching them, squirrel brother. Color My World says, thanks, Weldon Carey. Guys, if you want to reach out to Color My World, let's make it easy. Tim says, "What's up, brother Yogi?" What's up, Tim? How are you? So speaking of absolute legends, Tim Winsor is an absolute legend. Not just because he got 1,000 subs without putting any content, without putting any original content out, but him, Scott Ferguson, um, two of the most awesome support channels that you'll ever want. Just never know where they're going to pop up. I think we're going to stay on for about 10 more minutes. And tonight, finally, I'm going to go to bed early. I think. Stepper says, I took my back, throwing the first guy with Ogoshi. Yeah, it's been a while. Is that the one that's out cold? The thing with judo is the ground does 90% of the work. Skid says, Tim, happy birthday, broster. Skid says it had to be done. School Sniper brother, hopefully your back is going to be okay. Yeah, I hope so. Color My World says there's an amazing network of kind people I keep running into. You know, I think it goes through with mindset, Color My World. If you have the mindset of we live in a friendly universe, guess what? We meet friendly people. Kat says you should go to bed early. I was going to ask you if you're tired. I am. A lot of nights are catching up with me now. Thank you, Kat. Cypher says it's been 40 years. Yeah, it's been about, I think probably my last judo practice, my last judo tournament was probably in 98. My last judo practice was probably in 99. I might have stepped on the mat just to play around a time or two. I just remember how much I would warm up. And, you know, again, that was what, 26 years ago now? And if I try to do that now without any warming up, that's the thing. I can still do everything I could do when I was 40, when I was 30. I can still do everything that I could do when I was 20. I just need to warm up for about an hour, and I can't do it for as long. Such as, hey, Nature Dog and Anna. I'm glad that came back to you, Sniper. Sniper says the best not mention it to the wife, as it was not one-on-one. Yeah, you don't want her to worry. So, Kat, when's your next day off? Tim says hi to Cat and Jack. Anna sending some prayers to Sniper. Thank you, Anna. Cat says hi to Stitchy. I appreciate you hanging out here, Stitch. So I might try to get out for my morning walk even earlier so I can get there before the sun comes up and before the runners come out. Simple says it happened real fast. First guy wanted to hurt me with intent. Red Mist took over, but in a controlled way. Okay, it says Tuesday. Like I said, Sniper, I'm glad it all came back to you. Instincts. Right, Tuesday. That's not that far away. Three days. It says, nah, scroll to it was Chuck Norris, bro, and you beat him with one arm behind your back. Yeah, it says hi to Tim. All right, guys. In about 3 minutes, we'll wrap it up. I wanted to stretch it out for an hour. I wanted to see if our friend Selma was going to stop by. Zipper says it was like the Matrix. They were moving in slow motion. You got to love when everything falls into place. We talked about that not long ago. Hitting that flow state. It's happened to me a few times. It's a wonderful thing to see and to experience when it happens in judo. Judo is a really beautiful sport. The most important thing that I got from judo was learning how to fall. And when I was ultra running, I was famous for my spectacular falls and for getting lost. I got lost in a 24-hour race on a I guess it was maybe a mile and a quarter loop that we repeated for 24 hours. You would think I would have it memorized, and it did, but there was a side path, and I was almost sleep running, and I took that little side path, and it was about a mile before I realized. Big Al, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening to you. It's been a little while.
It has. I've been lurking. I've been really trying to get into your streams. I've been really busy, as you can probably imagine.
I can't imagine.
I've finally got my key, which is good. I can get in.
Good news.
I'm quite thankful that my psychiatrist, she knows somebody, and I know that's very cliche, but no, she genuinely knows someone that works for her company that is part of the housing team that housed me. So she said, "Oh, I will speak to them." And the very same day they phoned me, and coincidentally, they had my key. So
nice.
When it was funny, I'd phoned them every day last week, and they didn't have my key. But as soon as I saw her, and she said, "Oh, well, I'll mention it to somebody," they like phoned me a couple of hours later and said, "Oh, we have your key. You can come and get it." It's like, okay, that's a bit suspicious.
So another way you can think of it is that you know someone who knows someone. So you have connections.
I know a woman who knows a guy.
There you go.
Basically, I know a woman who knows a woman, actually, because my psychiatrist is, a female. But the person who she spoke to was also a woman. So
right. What So what's next? What's next for Big Al?
I don't know yet. I'm really trying to settle in. I didn't have a good day yesterday.
I'm
I was
sorry
in
to hear
quite a
that.
lot of pain. So
Have you heard any more about the operation?
no, I've tried phoning, but I can't find like the number. And I phoned the switchboard, and the number they gave me keeps going to voicemail. So, which is great because it's meant to be a hospital, and the number
Right.
keeps going to voicemail. But now I'm just going to wait and see what happens now. I've given them my new details, so I'm hoping that any letters they send me will come to my new address.
I hope so. I mean, they'll make it to you eventually, right? But hopefully you'll get it soon.
Indeed, yeah, I'm hoping so.
Hey, and on the subject of information, have you heard anything about rugby?
I have, yes. So they've not really more information than I already had in all honesty. However, they have contacted me now and just said that I'm welcome to go and join the training sessions that are on during the week.
Oh, good.
But the actual matches on the weekend is a no at the minute. I don't know whether that's because they haven't actually explained, but my logic is that maybe they want to see how I get on with the training or something. Because at the end of
Right.
the day, they don't know me. They don't know how good I am or how bad I am, or I'm not trying to. I'm not bragging or anything, but I'd say I'm okay at rugby. Out of the like 7 or 8 years that I've played it, I've only been injured majorly once. My ribs.
Right.
But other than that, everyone's had small broken bones. There was a guy broke his nose. I've broken my fingers and stuff like that, but they're all like normal little injuries. But at the end of the day, they don't know me, do they? So they may want to just see how I get on, or how good I am, or bad I am, or any of that kind of stuff, and then maybe they'll give me a chance. But
That would be
they've
my
just
guess.
said, yeah, they've just said no for now for the actual matches, but they've said I'm welcome to go along to the training.
Right. If they want to see you train, they think you're going to be a benefit to the team, and they want to see how so.
Yeah, I mean, because they've asked me all like what position am I better at? Because I've played in every position in rugby, and I'm better in some positions than others. I'm only
Right.
5'7". I'm 5'7" and I'm 10 stone. And
Now,
you'll have to forgive me when I use stone because I don't know pounds.
a stone is 14 pounds, I believe.
You are correct. Yes, I just can't do the conversion. I
So,
think
how many stones
I
were you?
think I'm like 10. So I think I'm 140 pounds. 160 pounds? I don't know.
140, which is solid for 5'7".
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I obviously I see the doctors quite regularly, as you know, at the minute for my ongoing problem,
Right.
and all of them say, I'm not unhealthy, I'm not unfit, and this is where I am going to brag. I'm not in any way fat or anything like that, and I'm not being, I'm not saying there's a problem with fat people or anything like that. So please
Sure.
forgive me.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
No
is
explanation needed.
personally, I'm not fat or anything. I'm quite lean. But yeah, so I play in some positions better than others. I'm not really the best person to go in for tackles because, as I found out in the past, it's quite difficult for me to take down bigger people. You have to
Physics.
in rugby. In rugby, how you tackle is key sometimes. The lower you are around the ankles, the easier it can be to get people down. But I've taken people down twice as big as me, almost through strangulation, which thankfully in rugby is allowed. Not strangling, but certain tackles are allowed, and I'm
Right.
quite thankful for that because I have been able to use that to my advantage. But yeah, no, like I say, I think it's more to see how I get on with the training and how good or bad of a player I am, and then from there make a decision.
I think that sounds logical. On a different note, how is the progress coming on the mushy pea pizza. We need a name for that.
Mushy pizza.
What's that?
Mushy pizza.
Mushy pizza. I like that. But like Project Mushy Pizza. I like that. Project Mushy Pizza.
You've got me thinking now. I'm actually genuinely trying to think of a really good name.
I like thinking of it as a project.
And I'll be honest as well. I actually genuinely forgot that I was meant to do that. So I will buy a pizza and a tin of mushy peas.
You have any special preparation that you're going to do?
I'm just going to make the pizza, heat up the mushy peas, put the mushy peas on the pizza.
Why don't you cook the pizza with the mushy peas together? Have the crust and the tomato sauce, and then put on the mushy peas, and then put a layer of cheese over top of that.
No, I'm buying a frozen pizza because I don't yet have my oven.
Gotcha.
I'm doing pizzas in the air fryer at the minute. Well, I say that I haven't had a pizza yet, but I'll have to do it in the air fryer because I don't have an oven yet. I'm still waiting for them to deliver it.
Right. Skit says hashtag mushy pizza for life. It's a shame you can't. Shame you can't invite Skits over for some mushy pizza. And Jace.
That's a real shame.
It's a shame that I can't come over to watch you guys eat mushy pizza from a distance.
You're quite lucky you can't come and watch because at the end of the day, Yogi, we all know myself and Skits would do nothing but try and persuade you to have a slice.
It would never happen. It would never happen. Hey, Beth Bits of Pizza says you can't ruin a pizza with mushy peas. That's probably the shortest way to ruin a pizza, in my own opinion.
Well, my opinion is Beth needs to get a culture because that just sounds like she doesn't have one.
Beth, so you're saying absolutely no to mushy peas on pizza? How about mushy peas? Big Al, what about mushy peas and spaghetti?
I think that'd go quite well. I'll be honest. I think mushy peas and spaghetti would be a bit nicer than mushy peas on a pizza, if I'm honest. But I'm willing to do it for the team.
How about a mushy pea omelet?
No, I'm dead set against that because I'm a bit fussy with omelets as it is. So I don't think immediately. I don't think I'd enjoy that.
Right. Okay. So that's the first no that we've had with mushy peas. Tim says he'll take mushy peas, love all kinds of peas. But Tim, would you eat mushy peas on a pizza?
Sorry?
Tim was saying that he would take he loves all kinds of peas. He would take mushy peas because he loves all kinds of peas. So I'm wondering if he would have it on a pizza or not.
Fair enough. No, I'll have mushy peas with most things, but omelets, I'm not a big omelet fan, so I don't think I would have mushy peas with an omelet. And that's me being honest. I could sit here and lie and say, yeah, of course, but why lie?
Right.
I think it's just
Sure.
honesty is the best policy, and I'll be honest and say no.
Now Beth says, "Oh, I'm an amazing cook, but I wouldn't put them together. Mushy peas go with fish or sausage."
Mushy peas go with most things. I won't say all things because I've just said no to some things, so
Right.
it's not all things. But mushy peas do go with most things.
Skit says, "We will convince you to eat mushy peas, Yogi. I promise." You guys, I appreciate your conviction. I can promise you, it's not going to happen. Tim says, "I would try them on a pizza." What the heck? Hey, Joe.
I give it another I don't know, let's say another year and a half, and I think we'll have you loving mushy peas.
That won't happen. I can promise you.
I guarantee it will happen. I reckon we can turn you.
Hey, Cheyenne. Sissy, you still here? I'm going to ask Sissy. Sissy says only in mushy potatoes. How do I don't know how to pronounce that. Can you see Sissy's Soul Star's comment? Pierogies. I know it's a German.
Which comment, Yogi?
Only in mushy potatoes from Soul Stars. And then PERIODT.
I thought that was meant to be period, but I thought it was a spelling mistake. I don't know what that says.
We'll see. We'll see if she can offer us. Beth says,
I honestly saw that. I honestly saw that as period, but with a spelling mistake. But I could be wrong.
Could be. You could be right. Only in mushy potatoes. What are we doing with mushy potatoes? Skid says, Beth, mushy pea pancakes. That doesn't sound
That's
very
another
good.
no from me.
Me too. And Sissy says, only if it's shrimp spaghetti with spicy cherry vinaigrette. So you would put mushy peas and shrimp spaghetti?
Shrimp spaghetti. I'm not sure I'd have shrimp spaghetti, if I'm honest.
Well, I don't eat seafood anymore, but back in my seafood eating days, I would definitely. I've had shrimp on pizza. It's actually pretty good. Shirley says, even without Jace, the subject is mushy pea. Well, Jace and Big Al are probably the biggest advocates, and Skips, of course, of mushy peas you will ever want to meet.
Yes, but Yogi, you actually brought up the mushy peas today when you asked about the pizza, so you've only got yourself to blame.
I agree, because I am interested in watching you eat the mushy pea pizza. The mushy pizza. Project
The problem
mushy
I
pizza.
have is I want to show you all in real time, in a live, but I don't want to do my own live stream for the sake of just eating a pizza, but also coming into your live stream to eat a pizza would be really late for me. And I have a feeling that I would wake up in pain in the morning, because obviously the whole reason my gallstones are a problem is because when you eat oily, greasy, fatty foods, anything like that, which pizza is the cheese and stuff on top, which is going to be greasy. That's what causes the pain, is when the gallbladder's trying to break up the fats and the minerals and whatever from your food. So if I eat really late, I have a feeling I'm going to wake up in a bit of bother.
Right.
I'm in a little bit of a predicament. It's not hard for me to do the food and make a short, but as I said, I'd prefer to eat it in real time, where everyone can see that I'm actually doing it and there's no trickery or anything. Not that I can use trickery. I don't use my laptop to do my videos. I upload straight from my phone. So there's no editing at all. But it's one of them things where I'd rather just do it in real time, so you all know that it's 100% genuine.
Right. So what time are we talking about for you?
So this live starts at 10:25 my time, whereas I don't know what time it is for you, but your earlier live, the one the last one before this, is 6 p.m. my time.
Yep, 1 o'clock my time. Is 6 too late for you?
That's about the time that I eat my food, so that would be absolutely fine.
Why don't we do? And if you want to do your own live stream, I'll join you. I'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer not to do a live stream just for eating a pizza, because that's all I would do, and then that would be the end of the live. I don't really I mean, I could do it, but I don't see much point. I'd prefer to come up here and show the whole community rather than doing my own live.
Sure.
For
Okay. Well, let's
that.
plan whenever you're ready. Let's plan for the second live stream.
Yeah, as soon as I bought it's not difficult to go and get a pizza and a tin of mushy peas. So as soon as I've got them, I'll jump into one of your streams when I get a chance, because that's part of the problem. I'm not being ignorant. I'm genuinely not having a chance to get into your streams because I'm being busy. Like the other morning,
Right.
I was in Cat's stream, and then I had a meeting shortly after, like around 10 o'clock, which is what time you go live in the morning, my time. So I was in Cat's stream. I planned on coming into yours, and then my friend Emma phoned and said, "Oh, we have this meeting to go to." And it meant I couldn't come into your live stream then, and I felt rude because you'd seen me in Cat's stream, and then the fact I didn't come into yours, it was like I felt rude. It's like Yogi's gonna think that I'm not enjoying his streams or something anymore. But it's not the case. I'm just super busy.
I can promise you something. I will never ever have a negative thought towards Big Al. Never happen.
That's nice to know.
You can ease your mind. If you don't make it, I know you have things going on, and I never assume that it's anything personal whatsoever. If you look at my page, I have my email address. If there's if you ever need to reach out off YouTube, just go ahead and reach out by email. I know you don't do other forms of social media.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Yogi. Grumpy said the same thing. Grumpy Sapper, he said the same thing. And it's just, again, I'm genuinely using it as an excuse this time, but it is getting round to it. I've not emailed him. We've communicated, and I've told him that I will email, and I've just not got round to it.
Right. Well, know the offer's there. If you need to, if you want to, if you have something you want to share. If you want to secretly send me an email and saying, I don't really like mushy peas, I'm just saying this on the live stream, but I want you to know the absolute truth.
That would be the biggest lie I've ever told.
I understand. So, Big Al, I'm going to wrap things up in a minute.
Yeah, I apologize. I genuinely, I just wanted to jump in and chat to you because it's been a while. I think it's been at least a week, hasn't it?
I think so. Beth says, thank you for letting me know. She asked who was on the panel with me. And I said, it's Big Al. And she says, I take it he's British.
No, I'm English.
Okay. Before I say goodnight to everyone, also Marlon wants to do some breath work before bed. Explain the difference between British and English.
Someone who's British is from any of the countries in the UK. So anyone who's British is English, Welsh, Scottish, or Northern Irish. And I'm English because I'm not from any of the other countries. So I will always. I even change it on application forms. If I ever apply for anything, anything that requires ethnicity and all of that kind of stuff, it says white British, and I will tick white British, and then where it says other, I will put English.
I can understand that.
It's pedantic, but at the same time, it's actually true, because if you call a Scottish person British, they are British because they are from Great Britain. They will specify they are Scottish. So I do the same thing. I'm English.
Right. I can see that. And I've had heard, as we have quite a few friends who are from Scotland, I've heard Scottish people say that before.
The one thing that confuses me is Britons. I don't know what a Briton is. I don't know whether it's someone from one of the little islands, but I'm still unsure of what a Briton is.
Right. I have to look that up. All right, I appreciate you coming up, Big Al.
I just want to say quickly, I agree with Squirrel. That's what I always identify what he's just said. I'm English, never British. I never say to anyone. This is what annoys me on YouTube is when you read the comments and there's like an argument going on. Like there's either an English video or an American video, and the comments are as a Brit. What do you mean as a Brit? You're either English, Scottish, Welsh, or Northern Irish. So just say as a Northern Irish person or as an English person. Which is why I literally my channel name I've changed it to Big Al the Englishman because I'm not Big Al the British man.
If I were to change your name, it would be Big Al Proper Englishman. Because in my mind, you're the proper Englishman.
Propagazer. He's a propagazer.
That I don't know what it means. But I do know what proper English means, and it means Big Al.
Indeed, if you look at the dictionary definition of Englishman, it's just a picture of me.
I agree. And it should be. I'm going to tell our friend, hey, Cheyenne, if you get a chance, check your PayPal account.
Are you doing breathwork, Yogi?
I am.
I'll jump in the chat for you, obviously, but I'm going to stay for the breathwork and then I'm going to bed.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Big Al.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me up. You know, I understand that you wouldn't because you're too kind, you're too generous, but I haven't been in for like a week. I didn't even say hi. I just joined the stream and then asked if, the little request thing that you get at your end. I asked if I could come straight into the live. You could have easily said no. That would have been, understandable. That would have been fine. It was pretty rude of me to just jump up and assume. But no, I really do appreciate you having me up again, as usual. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
Happy New Year.
I will see you in the chat.
All right, thank you.
Love you, Yogi.
Love you too, my friend. All right, now that Big Al is not on the panel, I'm going to let him know he's always welcome here. My thoughts, Big Al, is not only a proper Englishman, he's a proper friend. A proper friend can do no wrong. Could do no wrong. I appreciate you guys in the chat, all of you guys. Proper friends. None of you guys can do any wrong. I absolutely love you guys. We're going to do some breath work, and I'm going to go to bed. Hey, Cheyenne, you've been a friend of mine for a while. You support my channel. You support other people here. You pay me back every time you show up. There's more than one way to pay people back, Cheyenne. You know that? You're a very kind, you're a very considerate person. You always have wonderful things to say about me and about all of our friends. Don't ever think that you're not paying back. You do. So I have been in your position. And you're a friend. I love you. It's as simple as that, Cheyenne. All right. So Marlon, you wanted to do some breath work. Let's keep the breath nice and simple. Kat is taking a shower, probably getting ready for bed.
Mates,
Good day. How are you?
Danley in the chat or on the stream. I'm all right.
Good.
And I agree with what you said about Big Al.
Proper Englishman?
Not sure if he's all that. No, I don't know if he's all that proper. He's definitely the fun Englishman, though.
All right. So.
And sheriffs aren't all that English normally.
But hey, Sheriff of Nottingham. Robin Hood.
Hey there. True. Maybe he's the Robin Hood. Actually, I've been called Robin Hood.
Well, there you go. We'll do it. That would make Big Al your actual sworn enemy. Robin Hood versus the Sheriff of Nottingham. Big Al says, MK, you big flirt.
Ooh. Sexy Al.
So, Marlon, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm glad you're up here, though. You want to do some breath work with me?
And how about you, my sexy Yogi Bear?
I'm good, my friend.
Oh.
Look at you, just flirting with everyone. Big Al, me. Big Al says it's only a few counties away from Nottingham.
Remain the hottie of the community.
I appreciate hearing that. Beth says she's in Nottingham. Well, hey, so is Nottingham
Nice.
is it still forested? Is it still a forest in Nottingham? You been to Britain before? You've been to England. I'm sorry. Have you been to England before?
I've been to all of the British Isles. Yeah, I've been to all countries to all the main countries in the British Isles. I haven't been to all the Channel Islands, but I've been to England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and the Orkney Islands. I've looked at Guernsey and Jersey before, but from the French coast. So I didn't go there. But I've seen them. It has to be Scotland or Ireland. The fishing, I would say, is better in Ireland, but I think Scotland is more beautiful and more like I kind of feel a bit more at home in the country. But northwestern Ireland is like the area around Donegal is also really nice.
Hey, Buddha.
And of course, I know you probably can't do much with those descriptions, but like I spent a couple months in the area around Dunlow, in the county of Donegal, in the northwest of Ireland.
Hey, have you been to the U.S.?
Yeah, England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Northern Ireland. I fished all of those too.
Right. Have you been in the U.S.?
But yeah, not yet. No, I've been to South America, but not North America yet.
Well, come on by and hang out. Our friend William Hart came. Right. Our friend William Hart showed up at my doorstep this morning, and we took a walk together. I showed him the beaver pond. I think we're losing touch with you, Marlon. There'll be another smart. I'll leave that to Big Al to answer. So,
Blackpool. Yeah.
Marlon, I'm going to go to bed.
Yes.
You want to do some breath work before I go to bed?
Yeah.
We're going to do...
Unless you don't mind me joining the bed.
Let's do the breath work instead.
Okay, I'll give you some more time to warm up to the idea.
We're going to stick with going to bed and the breath work. So let's do a very simple. Breathing in for 4, exhaling for 8.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that, of course, through the nose. And we're going to do that with that ocean's breath, the Ujjayi breath. We make that breath by that gentle snoring sound, as if we're fogging up a bathroom mirror. As we breathe in, as we breathe out, it sounds like this. That's it. So, for those who wish to participate, go ahead and close your eyes. Bring some gentle attention to the breath. Just notice the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. If you remember how to make that sound, that ha sound, we're going to utilize that. Breathe in for a count of 4, starting now for 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice the pause. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax the breath. Just sit there in that space that you created. Breathing easily and naturally. And when you're ready, open your eyes. We're going to say goodnight. You're welcome, Marlon. Beautiful
I'm gonna flip
song,
my
Celestials.
camera. I'm not alone.
You got your cat out
Yes,
exploring. Nice.
sure I have.
All right. I'm going to go to bed, guys. Appreciate you joining me tonight. Thank you, Marlon, for coming up. And I'm going to see everyone tomorrow. Anna says, thank you so much, Yogi. You're welcome, Anna. Thank you. Sissy, it was wonderful hanging out with you on the premiere. Big Al, it was great catching up. Sniper, I hope your back's feeling better. Hey, Beth, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Anna, it is always, always a pleasure and an honor. Eric Point says another great live. Thank you, Eric Point. It's my friend. Big work with Jace again. Shirley, I don't know if you're still here hanging out, Shirley. Thank you so much. You are a wonderful, wonderful friend. Skits might be hopping right now. He might be hopping on the bus, heading over to your place. Oh, interesting. All right. Right. Interesting. All right, Marlon. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Yep. Sounds good. Maybe we'll do some singing tomorrow. Take care, guys. I'll see everyone later.
And see you later.
Right. Bye.
Bye.